Friday, everybody!
Happy
My name's
Friday.
Matt Roden.
And my name is Ryan Lee Gilbert.
And what's the date?
Today is the 17th of November. It is Friday.
17th.
TGIF.
17th. It is Friday. I'm very happy it's
me
Friday.
too.
Next Friday it'll be Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So it's just like only a few more days.
Yeah, holiday time is
we
here.
We have an amazing guest here today.
Fantastic. Yes.
Yeah, I could use some more words. He's handsome. He's brooding.
Wow.
And his arms look great in that shirt. DeLon Grant is
You'll
here,
see.
everybody. You'll see. You'll see soon. You'll see.
Yes. But
first, Ryan,
we have some news.
Do we?
We have some exciting news. First of all, let's give a nice little shout out to Home for the Holidays.
Oh, yes.
Is starting this evening.
happy first preview.
Yes,
everybody.
happy first preview. Super excited for that.
Yeah.
But in other news, Kelly O'Hara, you know her. She and Ken
Hello?
Watanabe are reprising their roles in The King and I for performances in the West End. Yes, they will make their West End debuts, both of them. That's crazy that Kelly O'Hara.
I was gonna say
making
this is her West End debut. She's just like, I'm going to win Olivier, and then I'll be back.
Yeah,
Thank you
she's
so
very
much.
busy, but they're taking the Tony-winning 2015 revival of The King and I to the UK. It begins previews at the London Palladium, June 21st, 2018. It'll open on July 3rd, and it'll run through August 4th there. The whole creative team, the whole band is getting back together. Bartlett Sher won the Tony for directing. You've also got Christopher Gattelli doing his choreography again, Catherine Zuber's costumes, Michael Jurgens' scenic design. All the beautiful people are coming back. Additional casting will be announced at a later date.
Ryan, there seems to be an issue with the audio.
Oh,
so,
I'm sorry.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna do some investigating. Do we think? Let me just quick commercial. We're gonna cut to commercial and be right back. How about that?
Broadway's Come From Away is a Best Musical winner all across North America. This stirring and inspiring musical takes you to a place you never want to leave. Celebrate the best of humankind and the best in all of us at Come From Away, the remarkable true story of the small town that welcomed the world.
You got to get every morning.
For Carole King, finding the top of the charts was easy. Finding her own voice was beautiful. Beautiful, the Carole King musical.
Hey,
know.
everybody.
We're back.
We're back. Sorry about that.
We fixed it.
But if you weren't listening or if you couldn't hear us, Kelly O'Hara is doing The King and I on the West End with Ken Watanabe.
Slay.
It's starting in June 2018, opening on July 3rd, and will run through August 4th at the London Palladium. Yay, go see it.
Hooray! Okay, so more news. Okay, so this Damn Yankees benefit concert is like a one-night thing happening at the Stephen Sondheim Theater. Directly. Happy Friday. Directed by Kathleen Marshall. That was the Ellen Kathleen Marshall that was coming out and directed.
It's a little jumped in.
Yeah, so Kathleen Marshall's directing this. We got more casting today. I'm gonna this one. Get ready. Okay?
Yeah,
Here we go.
superstars.
So, we already knew that Maggie Gyllenhaal is playing Lola, Whoopi Goldberg is Applegate, Danny Burston is Van Buren, Victoria Clark is Meg. Do you die? I die. But today we found out Matthew Morrison is playing Joe Hardy, Adrian Warren is playing Gloria Thorpe, Stephen Bogardus is Joe Boyd, Annie Golden is Doris, and Julie Halston as Sister. That's the name, Sister?
Yeah.
I believe you. So this is happening December 11th, 7:30 p.m. at the Stephen Sondheim. One night only. I really hope they film it. I know it will show up on Tumblr. Like I know there'll be some like bootleg something on Tumblr, but I really hope they. It's so exciting.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Is there like dancing, or are they just doing a concert reading?
You know, I didn't plan it, so I don't know. I'm sure they'll bust
Some
a move
movement,
a little
some
bit.
movement.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
some slight moving.
Yeah. Bobby Cannavale and Rose Byrne, they already had a son who was born in February 2016, Rocco, and now they have had another baby. Congratulations to the parents again. Cannavale is also the father of Jake Cannavale, Broadway alum, who is in Fish in the Dark. So yeah, congrats you two.
Very
on that
exciting.
baby. Yeah, very much. Cannavale is so good in Mr. Robot right now. Are you watching that?
No,
Mr.
but I watched like for the
He's
first two seasons. He's
incredible.
good.
Yes.
What season is it now?
This
3?
is the third. Yeah, and he's
How many
fantastic.
I'm
They
not
just introduced his character. It's supposed to go for 5.
5. That's how you see. You knew exactly what I was going to
did.
ask you.
I did.
So one of my favorite things about Broadway.com, some of the stuff we do at Broadway.com, like besides you, but like since I was like a very young person, not that I'm not young now, I watched the vlogs. Like that was the thing. I just like the Spring Awakening vlog, the Next to Normal vlog. Like those things were like staples in my life.
Absolutely.
And today we announced that our newest vlogger is Haley Kilgore,
Yes.
who's starring right now as Timoon in Once on This Island. The title, which was widely debated in the office, is One Small Girl.
Which is the best.
It's cute. It's very, very cute.
Yeah.
So she's going to start, she already has the camera.
She does.
But
She's
we're
filming
premiering the
already.
vlog on Thursday, November 23rd, a.k.a. Thanksgiving, okay? Thanksgiving, everybody. It'll run every Thursday for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So all the way through their opening.
Yeah, it'll be super exciting.
It'll be very exciting.
We're all so excited for the show. And there are a lot of other things on the site.
Oh my God, a lot of other things on the site.
Right this minute. There's a new episode that just went up of the Broadway.com show. So check that out. We also took photos of the off-Broadway opening of Schoolgirls or the African Mean Girls play, which, good news, was also extended through December 23rd.
That's right.
So if you haven't seen it yet, you now have an extra chunk of time to go see it. There's a new episode of Never Have I Ever with Aladdin's Telly and Courtney.
Very funny, very quick. They know how to play off each other.
They're
very
both
well.
beautiful, adorable, fun, funny, great. There's a new song from The Greatest Showman. That's the big P.T. Barnum musical. Rewrite the Stars, sung by Zac Efron and Zendaya. I've already listened to it 18 times.
Is that Zendaya or Zendaya?
I thought it was Zendaya.
Zendaya? It's Zendaya? I believe you.
That's right.
I trust you. I don't know.
We put up an adorable feature with Meteor Showers, Laura Benanti and Keegan-Michael Key, who are the funniest people on the planet. And there is a new Culturalist challenge. Who is Broadway's sexiest man alive?
Ryan.
Lots of choices.
Who is Broadway's sexiest man alive?
You know what? I put number 1, Jelani Remy was my number 1 pick.
That was your number 1. I have not done my
on
ranking.
the spot,
I haven't
by
done
the
my
way.
rank. I haven't done my ranking yet. I don't know. I'm just like that list is crazy. There's a lot of people.
There are
on
a
that
lot
list.
of good choices.
You got Derek Klin on there, Isaac Cowell on there, some
Lots
good
of-
peeps.
yeah, lots
Richard
of hotties.
Blake, come on.
Absolutely.
Why not?
Yeah.
Legally
Clive
Blonde.
Owen.
Clive Owen. If you want to
So-
go movie, I don't know.
So you can either look at our picks and make your own. So and then we'll tell
let you
the
know.
results on Monday. But that's it.
That's
for
all the
me.
news.
I'm done.
That's all the news. So why don't you get out of here?
I'm
Have a
going to.
great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Watch Mr. Robot or whatever you're gonna watch.
Thank you.
And then you're gonna go all those commercials that you just saw. You're gonna watch them. No, new commercials. 2 new commercials for you. And then we'll be right back with DeLon Grant. Bye, everybody.
On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window.
Broadway's Come From Away is a Best Musical winner all across North America. This stirring and inspiring musical takes you to a place you never want to leave. Celebrate the best of humankind and the best in all of us at Come From Away, the remarkable true story of the small town that welcomed the world.
You got
I
to
like it. Ready? I'm watching.
Am I back? I think I am. Yes. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Joining me now is someone who I love full circle moments, by the way, on Live at 5, and I've had a handful of them. And the last one that I had, funnily enough, was Alex Fink. I did a show with Alex Fink, and then she was on talking about Come From Away. And this is I didn't do a show with DeLon, but when I was in college at the Boston Conservatory, when I was a senior, DeLon came and talked to my senior class about creating your own work. And I'm just so excited that he's here today. So, ladies and gentlemen, from Come From Away, a warm round of applause, even if you're watching at home. DeLon Grant, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
I'm very excited that you're here.
I'm
and
excited to be here.
You're looking very like bright on this Friday.
You know, green is my color.
Green's your color.
Yeah, it makes the skin pop.
What kind of green is that? Would you consider?
I don't know. I got this when I was like a freshman in college, though. So it's been. I'm old.
I was
so
gonna say that's working though.
Yeah,
it fits
no,
you.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, what kind of green is this? I don't know. Mint? It's a mint green.
What's Kelly green? Is that? I don't even know. I just was gonna say Kelly
Who's
green.
Kelly?
It's bright green. And who is Kelly?
Who is Kelly?
And where did she come from? How is it going over there at
it's-
Come From Away?
It's awesome, dude. It's awesome. I made my Broadway debut with this show.
I know.
And like it's amazing.
What a show to make a Broadway debut in too.
I mean, it's ensemble-based theater.
Yeah.
It is a human, beautiful, loving story.
Yep.
The cast is amazing.
Yes.
The producers are amazing. It's like I won the lottery with this opportunity, and whoever's looking out for me, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's everything that I want to do, and the audiences love it. It's a quick show. It moves very fast.
I love 100 minutes.
It's
Come
a
on, I
one-act
love 100 minutes.
In and out. And
7 p.m. You're out by 8:40. Like, thank you so much.
It's unreal. It's,
I'm in.
yeah. It's a great gig.
Had you seen the show before you auditioned for it?
Embarrassingly, no.
Okay.
I didn't know much about it until I got the audition, and then I was like, "What's this ditty?" And I looked it up. I was like, "Oh, okay." And I had no idea how it was being received or what it was meaning to the world.
Yeah.
And then now what it means to me, I was kind of completely blind, which is probably a good thing.
I was gonna
because
say.
then I went and just being like, okay, let's do it. And then like, you know, I booked it, which was probably easier not knowing what it was.
And
you know?
when you found out like what was going on with the show and the acclaim that it got and the response that it's been getting, did you like deep dive into sort of the history of the show? Like, I guess when you booked it, I'm sure you did, but like, do you know what I mean? I want to know about that sort of when you like learned about all that stuff.
Yeah, so like I didn't know much about what the story is based on. So for your viewers, for some people who don't know, it's based on probably they all know, the theater fans anyway, based on what happened after 9/11. So all these planes are grounded in Gander, Newfoundland.
This one tiny little town.
This one town, and they doubled the population. It was like 7,000 people in the town.
Yep.
And then 38 planes land, and they have another 7,000 people that they have to feed and clothe and get medicine for and, you know, take care of.
Yeah.
And so it's about this beautiful thing that happened despite the evil that happened here in the U.S.
Yeah.
Didn't know anything about it. Most people don't know anything about it, that it even happened. We didn't really have space. You know, our airways were kind of dominated by what the hell is going on. How do we recover from this thing? And so in auditioning, I did a little bit of research on it, but now being in the show with dramaturgy and all that kind of stuff, you really go into all of the stories that are being told because
they're real stories,
they're
right?
actual stories. The writers had hours and hours of interviews that they did to create the show, and most of it is verbatim. You know, I'm sure there's like some liberties here and there to tie things together, but you know, most of the people that I think all of the original cast had an opportunity to bow on opening night with the people that they actually portray in the show.
I just cry, get emotional thinking
Yeah, it's
about it.
unbelievable. And they're all their stories, you know. And it's funny when people do come back who were in Gander, because there are a lot of Newfoundlanders that come.
I was just about to say this.
They come and they, you know, we've had talkbacks and stuff, and they offer up their stories. They're like, oh, I remember when, you know, or I took in this person, or, you know, it's unreal to be able to be a part of that, you know.
I went to the show like 2 weeks ago, something like that, and
how'd I do?
So good.
Thank you.
So good. But it was the first time I had seen you in it, because it's the first time I was seeing Alex in it, so I was I was really, really excited to come back, and I was shocked because the first time I saw it, this didn't happen, but like when we walked in, before the show even started, people in the audience were like waving their Gander flags.
It happens every show.
And like started like cheering sections. And we were like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like the energy in the room from the moment you walk in is like loving. It just like it's just so positive. You know
that's
what I mean?
who these people are. Like, I mean, I haven't been to Newfoundland, but the Newfoundlanders that come, well, I'm going. Obviously, I have to go. The Newfoundlanders that come, well, an anecdote. There was one woman there's an autograph line outside the stage door. So I'm going down the line, and at the beginning of the line, she was like, I have a bed and breakfast in St. John's, Newfoundland, and I want you to tell all of the cast that they get 3 free nights at my bed and breakfast. And I was like, okay, great. Amazing. Thank you so much. signing autographs. She stopped me again. She was like, I just want to please tell everyone.
reminding
I was like,
you.
Got you. At the end of the line, she gave me a big hug and she was like, please let everyone know. And I was like, you people are unreal. I am going to come.
I'm coming. I'm
to
taking you up
Newfoundland.
on that.
You know, I can't remember the name of it now.
There's probably not many bed and breakfasts.
Well,
though.
truth. But like she was, that's an example of how awesome they are, you know? Giving, loving, beautiful
And have
people.
you been able to meet people that you play? Because you play more than one role in the show.
Yeah, I'm a composite character.
Yeah.
So my character's named Bob, and the character that I play, I think, oh gosh, his name is Tom. I can't remember his last name, but he was the one who he's kind of nervous about all of the love and the giving that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
He's from New York and he's a little apprehensive. Why are you giving me this stuff? What do you want from me? What are you going to do to me? You know. And apprehensive, and then there's another character that creates a scholarship after the whole experience.
Right.
And I did get to meet her, and she was a beautiful woman from Ohio, and I'm blanking on her name. Oh, that's so terrible.
Do you know her name?
Oh gosh, terrible. But really bad.
A lot of people. There's a lot of people in this story. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of people's stories embedded in the show.
Yes, yeah. Well, and a lot, and there were so many hours of footage that they had, or interviews rather, that they had to kind of meld them together. And also, that stuff was kind of important to give the whole perspective. And my character Bob has a really nice arc in that he's apprehensive about all this stuff, and then at the end he's like, oh, I'm a better person for having had this experience.
And that's how I felt seeing the show. I mean, I literally think you walk away from the show feeling like you are like a more full person from seeing the show. Just because it's like about happiness and good, and we don't see that all the time, and especially today.
What we're capable of.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because especially living in New York City, you're like, my blinders are on. I need to
headphones in.
Don't ask me anything.
Yep.
I need to go. You know, but it's allowing you to see other people and seeing what you can do to change somebody's life. You know, I don't need anything from you. I'm actually just giving this to you because you might need it, or you do need it.
And I think it's compounded by the fact that the show, like you said, it's like an ensemble-based piece. I mean, it really is like you're all on stage pretty much the whole time.
Yep.
The set is there. It's mostly constructed by chairs that you guys are moving around, and
chairs
tables.
And 2 tables, yeah.
I mean, it all sort of like comes together in this like beautiful organic way.
Yeah.
And the music is like so pure because they're right there, and like it's just so good.
Our band is so ridiculous.
So good.
They're so unreal. One of my favorite parts of the show, right now we're doing the Broadway Cares speech.
Yeah.
I'm collecting money for Broadway Cares, which is awesome. And I get to, anytime I can sit down and watch them do the playoff after the show. But when I do the speech, I do that in particular. And I'm just so joyful because they're so good. And it's an opportunity
just
for
jamming.
them to be front and center, you know? They're so awesome.
When you went to school for musical theater at Boston Conservatory.
I did.
Shouty outy. Did you ever sort of like think that this is the type of show you would be doing on Broadway? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think there's something so interesting about the fact that like this show exists and that it's on Broadway now. Was this sort of ever in your periphery? Like when you were thinking about, oh, I want to move to New York and I want to be doing theater. Like, was this type of show something that you wanted to be doing?
I don't know that I had like it as like a destination per se.
Yeah.
But ensemble based, I love being in rehearsal. I love being.
You love the process.
Where we're like rolling around and trying to figure it out and asking questions, and it's always different. You know, you're living and breathing. And ensemble based work, I feel like is that
100%.
because I'm not sitting back waiting for you to. Waiting for my line, which you should never be doing that. But a lot of times, if you're the lead of a show and I'm in the ensemble, I'm here supporting you.
Yeah.
I'm, doing something in the background to like set the scene. Here, I'm actually like engaging in a different way.
Right.
Also, in this show, there's no time to.
I was gonna say there's
if you do, you're gonna miss your line.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you have to be engaged in a certain way. But ensemble-based work kind of gives me that feel of being in rehearsal or being together with people. You know what I mean? And we're all working together.
It's alive every single night.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what it is about that kind of structure, but it kind of works for me.
And I think it's a testament to the cast too, because you weren't in the original Broadway cast that like opened the show.
Yeah.
You came in, and again, like you said, this is an ensemble-based piece. Everybody like knows each other. There's a lot of like cohesion, and it's like a lot of trust that goes into that.
Totally.
How was coming into this cast? Were they loving and accepting? I mean, I already know the answer, but I just want to hear you talk about it.
No, they really were. I mean, because because of the nature of not only the show, the content,
Yeah.
right, what the show's about, this beautiful experience these people had. I don't think you can be a terrible person, you
And
know.
do the show, yeah.
I remember when I first entered the building, I was like, you know, filling out paperwork and stuff, and in the stage manager's office, and as the cast was like going by, they were like, "Oh my gosh!" And I went, and I was like, "Hi, I'm Delon," and they were like, "What are you talking about?" And they hugged me, you know, and it was like this like really loving, deep hugs, and everyone kept being like, "Just be prepared for that. That's who we are. That's what we do." You know, they've been together for 2 years,
Right.
you know, building the show together since it was previewing La Jolla. But one of the other anecdotes that I have is that, you know, I worked 3 weeks to be put in the show, and I previewed the day before my birthday, which was like, happy birthday to me. It was so beautiful. And I came off stage, and I really didn't have time to process what it all meant.
Yeah.
Broadway debut.
You're just like,
I was like, okay, good, got it. And they all surrounded me and like hugged me and cheered. I boo-hooed like
Yeah, I was
the
gonna
biggest
say.
baby, because they all were cheering me on the whole way. They're like, "You got it. Don't worry. We can't wait to see your work. We're so excited to be here. You're here. Blah blah blah." But it was that moment of like, God, there's so much love around me. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
But they're also really great. Oh, okay, get emotional thinking about it.
I know. That's the thing is like talking about it makes me so
Yeah.
emotional because these people are like, it's just the most like loving, warm cast. Like I just want to always just like be
Yes.
there.
It's beautiful. They made me feel that they were grateful that I was there,
And
which is like, it wasn't, you know, I wasn't doing them a favor, or they weren't doing me a favor or anything. They were like, "Oh no, we are so blessed to have you," which is what it always should be.
Always.
You know, that's what life should be.
Yes.
So it's been awesome. It's really been cool. And I wish I really have tried to be like, oh, what's like the not so good thing apart, you know,
Right.
to friends.
Yeah, right.
And I honestly, legitimately have not been able to come up with one. Not
It's
at
just
all.
like a dream job.
It's everything. And I also didn't, to your question about, you know, being in grad school and studying musical theater.
Yeah.
And, you know, most of my career's regional work. I toured with a show for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But in that, I just forgot that Broadway was a thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I understand.
In terms of like, you're going through the minutia of like, I just want to get the next gig.
Right,
What
it was
am I
just
doing
about
here?
working. It was just about working. I understand.
Consistently.
Yeah.
And like, you know, thank God I was so blessed to be able to do that pretty consistently.
Yeah.
And then when it kind of came, I was like, oh, sure, okay, whatever. And then I got it, and I was like, oh, wow. Oh, this is the dream.
Yeah.
We're living it.
Yeah,
you know
you're
what I
in
mean?
it.
Yeah. So I think that was part of it, too, is that I not forgot it, but it became the destination of that being it wasn't a priority
Right, like
anymore.
the stakes of that weren't. It wasn't necessarily about that. It was just more about
Yeah.
you were wanting to do work.
I
wanted
wanted
to work.
to make money doing it and be an artist, you know?
That's what it's about. Oh my God, so many questions from the people.
Oh.
I just got so
I
consumed by our
forgot that you guys were
conversations.
here. We're
I know
just
we were
talking.
just having a conversation. Okay, so Jeffrey K wants to know, what are your thoughts on the recently announced film version of Come From Away?
So excited. Dude, this show needs to be disseminated.
That's what I'm like. People are
across
gonna flip
the
out.
world. I think it's so exciting because it just needs to. We need it. We need it
Yes,
in the
we
world
do.
right now. And when you see people leave the theater,
I get emotional.
people are in tears and like they're so joyful because they didn't expect what happens in that space, you know, and at the Schoenfeld. So I think I'm excited. It needs to happen. I can't wait to see the dang thing.
I'm so
It's
excited.
gonna be like a while before it comes
And
out.
the
but
music is in the movie, yeah? Like, isn't that
I think it's going
right?
to be a musical.
I'm so
I
excited.
think it needs to be a musical if the writers are listening.
Elise, if you could switch roles with anyone currently on Broadway for one night, who would you choose?
Gosh, that is good. I only laugh because it's a woman. I saw the band's visit recently, and I forget the actress's name.
Katrina Lank?
Katrina Lank, the lead woman.
Oma Shelley. Yes, witch.
Not that I would
Witch.
do it
Witch.
any service,
Yeah.
but she is so good that I would want to just crawl in her skin and for a
Just to
day.
see, yeah.
I'm a
into that.
zombie, evidently.
Yeah.
so-
People don't know this. You also a photographer.
Yes.
Yes. David wanted to know, what are your inspirations as a photographer?
Oh, wait. Thank you for asking me. There's this woman named Vivian Meyer. There's an awesome documentary on HBO. You should all watch it, called Finding Vivian Meyer.
Great.
This woman was a photographer for most of her life, and she never developed any of her films. She shot on, I shoot digital, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of in some ways, I call myself a fake photographer because I'll always get the shot.
Yeah,
because
right.
it's on a little
It's
chip.
on your phone, right.
Yeah, but she shot on film, and it's crazy that she died without ever seeing one of her photos.
That's so interesting.
Isn't that crazy? And so I'm inspired by kind of stories like that.
Yeah.
So this woman really just loved photography
Right.
she loved taking photos of people. Some of her stuff it's unreal. Look her up. I love taking photos of people. So I say all that to say, people are my inspiration.
Yeah.
Like I actually was thinking about it today. I'm like, I stare people down so hard, and it's not that I'm like really attracted to you. I mean, not you personally.
I was
but
like,
you're
oh.
beautiful.
I was like, oh, you too?
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
But I will stare people down. I'm like, oh gosh, like that angle of her
Yeah.
face or
Yeah.
whatever, or that jacket is so beautiful. I'd love to shoot it. So people are my inspiration.
I love that.
Yeah.
Casey, how did you get into acting?
Oh wow. So I was a little bit of a misguided youth in junior high school.
Okay.
I was in band and stuff, but I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
And so I switched to choir, and there was an audition for this play. I'm a very gay man, very, very gay man. But at the time, I was not gay.
Okay.
And I liked a girl.
Oh.
And she was auditioning for the play. So
Which
I auditioned
play?
for the play. It was called The Lottery.
The Lottery.
The Lottery in 7th grade.
Ooh.
No, I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
And I auditioned, and my vice principal told the theater director not to put me in the play because I was such.
You were a bad
I was
student.
just a bad kid.
Yeah, but don't you think theater's like the place for those kids?
And here he sits on Broadway, and had
Yeah, right.
she listened to that man, I would not be here.
Yeah.
And I found this thing where I just didn't like school. I didn't have purpose in school, and all of a sudden I belonged somewhere. You know, I was like a little fat, gay, rotund kid, and I didn't know who I was or where I belonged, and it was this safe space. And so once I did the play, I realized I was homosexual, and then
You're like, oh.
I know,
Yeah.
and that the floodgates open.
Yeah.
But I felt so safe, and I felt good at something. I felt like I belonged, which was really.
Someone said, like, I heard someone say that, like, theater is, and the community is, it's like a group of misfits. Like, we're all just kind of like outsiders that we just like made our own little club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm into it.
No, you have to belong in school. You have to feel like there's a reason to go other than like learning.
Right?
You
You have to want to be there.
Yeah.
David, favorite cities from the Jersey Boys tour?
Favorite cities? Ooh, I thought you said CDs. I just got my CDs out of stores recently.
So you were like going through all the
and I
discs?
was like, look at who you were. Oh my God.
Look at who
he
you
loved
were.
Audra McDonald. Still does.
He loved her?
Oh, every CD. Every CD popped him and listened to him. Anyway, cities.
Cities.
Tour. Seattle, Washington
Okay.
is my love. I could live in Seattle.
Really?
I could move to Seattle tomorrow. I love the vibe.
Yeah.
I love that it's a city that there's a lot of nature. You can drive anywhere. You can go skiing and you can go hiking. I just love the vibe. It's really, really cool. And I can't live anywhere where there's not like, a Starbucks around. So that felt like I was
You just like need a Starbucks like every 25 feet. You just like, yeah.
I think it's just being in New York, but not even. I don't even have to go to Starbucks. I just need to know that it's there. It's
right.
like a safety.
It's a comfort thing.
Seattle, Durham, North Carolina is very cool.
Cool, right?
Food, amazing.
Big fan.
I think. I'm a fan of Boston, Massachusetts. I used to live in Boston, so I'm a big fan of Boston.
Yeah.
Any other cities that were really, really cool?
That's a good list.
Yeah.
Julia, favorite onstage mishap?
Ooh, onstage mishap. Last night, a gentleman jumped on stage when we were bowing, and it was I didn't see it. I was in the moment bowing.
You were just like
thanking the
thank
audience
you
for
so much
for being here. But yeah, this dude like jumped up and was like incoherent, and some of the cast and then one of our stage managers had to like shuffle him off stage, and then he tried to get back up on stage. He did not get the hint. And there's like footlights and like branches.
Had he been like drinking before the show?
Clearly,
We don't know.
We don't know. So that was interesting.
He just wanted to be on Broadway.
Right.
He just wanted to book it.
He was so moved by it, he had to jump on
He just
stage.
was like, I want to come be with you guys. I get it. Alec, and this will be our last question. Dream role. Do you have any dream roles?
I don't. I really don't. I mean, I love Shakespeare, and this is I really, really like Shakespeare a lot.
What's not to
so Hamlet would be one, I think. And I always say, like, I think Cole House is in like the wheelhouse.
That's in there, yeah.
So
Oh, Cole House is in the wheelhouse.
you know,
That's
so
good,
I
that's
think
good.
I think I'd like to do that to check it off the bucket list and sing some long notes that I don't know that I can hold out. As
You could
long.
do it. All right, this
Someday.
is the real last question because I like this one from Cassie. Casey, I don't know. What advice would you give to someone who is getting into acting and singing?
One of the best pieces of advice that I've ever heard or been given, and something I regurgitate often, is that you're enough. There are so many times where you
Praise
think
hands.
you have to sing a certain note, you have to look a certain way, you
Yeah.
have to weigh a certain something. Like there's you're enough, and you think you need to be somebody for other people, and like know that what you have to offer is like that's good.
Yeah.
That's just good. And also, like, we're in a world now where we sit and we have these cameras and we have the internet where there's no gatekeeper anymore. So
Yes.
when you walk into an audition room and it's a Broadway show or it's a whatever, you might not get it, but you can also put up a
You can
camera.
do your own
You can
stuff.
create your own
Yes.
work, and you can be the star of your own show.
Yes,
you
you
know.
can.
So you're enough, dude. And I say that to myself because it is a daily struggle.
It's a daily like mantra
Yeah.
thing. You have to remind yourself. But like the truth is, you're the only one who's ever gonna be like good at being like you. Like no one
Yes.
else could possibly do you as good as like you do you.
Right. Right.
And I'm glad that you're you, and I'm glad that you're in Come From Away.
Me too.
And I'm so happy to see you.
I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that we had this full circle mo.
I'm into it.
Yeah,
and
me
now
too.
and now you'll remember.
Seared.
Now
Seared.
I'm not going anywhere.
Nope.
I'm in there.
No, because you're also funny, and you're really like personable, and you're good at this hosting gig.
That's very nice of you to say.
Yeah.
I appreciate
I was
that.
sitting over there. I was like impressed.
I appreciate
You
that.
better work the room.
It's that Boko girl. It's that Boko girl. I can't help it. Fran Chartis, all those,
Oh, Franny.
just all the deep cuts. If you guys haven't, you need to go to the Schoenfeld and see Come From Away.
Please do.
I mean,
Please join us.
it is so beautiful, and it's only 100 minutes. It's
Hey.
only 100 minutes,
and it's worth every minute.
Oh my
Biased, but
God.
it's worth every minute.
it's so good, and you're so good in it.
Thank you, man. I'm having the time of my life.
Happy Broadway debut.
Yeah.
But now it's like you're just there. Now you're
I'm
just
a vet.
Yeah, now
I'm
you're
a
a vet.
vet.
You're just riding
okay,
now.
Audra who?
Yeah. I can't. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you as well.
Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. And we will see you on Monday for another Louvre at Fouve. Bye.
Bye, guys.